Good morning, thriving warriors. Okay, Google, what time is it? Okay, Google, what's the date? Try one more time. Okay, Google, what is the date?
It's Saturday, March 4th, 2023.
Good morning, Charlene. Okay, Google, what time is it?
It's 6:13 a.m.
Great. Okay, Google, what is the weather?
It's 38 and mostly sunny. Today, it'll be cloudy with a high of 64 and a low of 38.
Okay, 26-degree temperature swing. There we go. Well, the good camera's not working. The other camera is working. Good morning, Justin. Glad to hear you're at the DMV getting your ID today, right? And Laura is in Reno. Maybe she can chat with Diana, who is in Reno. So here we are, another great day. The sun is almost up. And here we are, yes. So, Department of Career Services, where our goal is to what? Good morning, Diana. Our goal is to help you on your journey to Successville. And like all journeys, it is not what? What is it not? It's not a sprint. It's not a marathon. It's an adventure that is punctuated with fear, uncertainty, doubt, ennui, boredom, and excitement, etc. All of the emotions. It's a journey. And just when we get to the end of this, we're going to talk about it's sort of like you build a table. You're a craftsman for your life. You build this table. You put all of your accomplishments on the table. And when you're done, that's what is left. So you need to have a solid table built upon 4 legs: physical, mental, emotional, and what? Spiritual. We'll talk about those at the end. But so this podcast is just a quick 10-minute introduction to the things that are down below. So Justin, when you're waiting in line after you finish this, then you should watch the motivational video, the Jordan Peterson video, the Daily Stoic little video. You can read Seth Godin's blog again. You can read the Inc. magazine thing. You can think about the services that we provide: housing, clothing, food, hygiene, transportation, advances to get things like your DMV ID, employment, and career planning. Some of the things that we do. Also, a link to Baraka Church, our spiritual side. Jesus is the Messiah. Okay, so that's down below in the description. Please, I know that all of the people on here have done it, but please share the video with other people. And it's not this video, it's the stuff down below that's important. All right, so let's get ready to get started. Strap in our proverbial virtual seat belt. Get ready for this quick little trip. What do we need to get started, Diane? What do we need to get started? Coffee. Okay, what else? Pen. What else? Paper. So I'm now moving to a new, larger book. This is not an AFWorks book. It's larger. So I'm going to do 1 page per day. So instead of 2 pages per day in the small book, 1 page per day in this book. So, okay, coffee, pen, paper. Get ready to get started. Get ready to rumble. All right. Every day, another breadcrumb. We start with a theme of today. Today's theme is, if it isn't working, change it. If it isn't working, change it. Right, Diana, MCTUL. Right. If it isn't working, change it. Whatever the it is, the question is, when do you decide it isn't working? You don't want to decide too soon because maybe it just hasn't all come together. It's like making a jambalaya, right? You don't just mix the ingredients in the pot, bring it up to a boil, and say it's done. It's got to simmer for a while. Boil and simmer, have all of the juices come together. It's like Justin making a juice in the morning. It's not just the ingredients, it's the combination of the ingredients mixed together and allowed to set. Okay, next, our affirmation, our attitude of gratitude. So what do we write in our book, Charlene or Diana? Charlene is probably in the building now, maybe not able to listen because she starts work at 6:30 on Fridays and Saturdays. I'm so grateful and happy now that what? So ask yourself the question, what am I so grateful and happy about? And so for Justin, it could be that in 6 hours from now, I will have my ID. Okay. Good, Charlene, you are there. Okay, I'm so happy and grateful now that what? Figure something out. Okay, so I'm happy and grateful. I'm happy and grateful that we have some serious people spending some serious time helping us seriously move forward. How's that? A lot of seriousness there. And then we have people there. So today we have 3, 7, 9, 10, 12, 13 people here at the Oasis Day, plus me. Am I a person? I don't know. I am I. Okay, so I'm so happy and grateful now that serious people are starting to help. Serious people are starting to help. Okay, so next, TED Talk. Today in our 4-week neuroscience-oriented approach to success, we're getting a new cover for this and upgrading the book. In our 4-week neuroscience-oriented approach to success, we are week 1, day 6, talking about the gray, which is, again, Viktor Frankl. It's kind of like people continuing to move forward despite not having any reason to do so. That is the gray. A lot of Viktor Frankl stuff in there, talking about we don't get to ask what is the meaning of life. The proper way to look at it, according to Viktor Frankl, is life asks us, what is the meaning of life? What is the meaning of your life? And we must be prepared to answer that at any moment. And that when we can't change the circumstances, we're forced to change ourselves. So Viktor Frankl was in a concentration camp in World War II, psychiatrist, highly educated person, had a unique view of it. He survived the camps, wrote a book, wrote many books, but the book about the camp was Man's Search for Meaning. And then the development of a branch of philosophy called logotherapy. All righty then, so we're at 8:50 in. Next intro, theme, meme, TED, Seth Godin. What can we learn from Seth Godin today? Choosing your problems. Perhaps you only acknowledge and focus on problems where you know and are comfortable with the appropriate response. Denying the existence of the other ones is easier than dealing with them. Or it might be that you only choose to see the problems that are actually situations that can't be solved and that amplify our sense of hopelessness. Okay, so maybe we focus on the easy ones, the ones that are comfortable with and with the appropriate response, or choose the problems that are actually situations that can't be solved. Amplify our sense of hopelessness, things that are going on in the world, the war in Ukraine, for example. It could be that you prefer the quick, urgent urgent and easy problems because solving them is thrilling. Or it may be the long-term, difficult and distant problems that show up on your radar because, after all, how could you be responsible? Problems don't really care whether we acknowledge them or not. They still exist. What matters is how we choose to direct our energy, because our tomorrow is the direct result of the way we spend our resources today. Pick your problems, pick your future. Okay, so that could be a discussion about the world, about history. It could be about, let's get this over here. It could be about ourselves, how we do things ourselves. I'm going into work. Have a great day, director and everybody. Okay. All right, so that's Seth Godin. Again, talk about, picture your life. What is the meaning? Life asks you, what is the meaning of your life? And if you can picture your life like this table that you're building and your accomplishments are on the table, everything you've accomplished is on this table. And at the end, that's what it is. And you want to make it these accomplishments built on a steady foundation, because if they're not, they will collapse. If one of the legs falls off the table, a bunch of stuff is going to fall off the table. Maybe it can be picked up on the table, waste of time and energy. Maybe it's broken. Maybe it's destroyed. Who knows? So that's the table. Apex, strive to be an apex person. We're still working on that. Navy SEAL Maxim, Diana. What is our Navy SEAL's Maxim? Yesterday was the only easy day. Correct. Boom. Act. You want to get from point A to point B on your journey. Just act such that yesterday was the only easy day. But today, it's going to be a little bit harder. Yesterday was the only easy day. Today's going to be a little bit harder. Going to do a little bit more, push it a little bit further, etc. Navy, and lastly, if you are still here, which you are, thank you, Justin. If you are still here, what does that mean in a spiritual sense, from a perspective? If your goal is to live with God for the rest of eternity in a pleasure bubble in heaven, if that is the goal, but you're not there yet, what does that mean? Right. It means that God isn't through with you yet. There's still something you have to do before we can spend eternity in bliss and happiness in a pleasure bubble with God. We have to do better. Right. Okay. And with that, can I get a and cut, please? Thank you for being there, everyone. I will be in Las Vegas today getting my hair cut and seeing Jeff and Greg for lunch and go from there. Okay. And cut.